For so long, Israel has not been held accountable for anything that it's done, for killing Palestinians, for building settlements, for annexing land. And so they know they can get away with it.
I'd like to explain what annexation means in material terms on the ground.
Annexation is a process of essentially colonization and settlement of Palestinian land that Israel has been conducting since its inception. And for those who don't really understand and think it might be something that will happen on July 1st, no, it's actually a multi-generational process of Israelis taking Palestinian land, building settlements on it, using it for military zones, denying Palestinians access to that land, and essentially carving up what was potentially supposed to be a Palestinian state into small population centers that are essentially in an encroaching sea of Israeli control. And so when you look at a map, it's a bunch of Bantustans, very similar to the ones in South Africa under apartheid. What Israel wants to do is say, okay, these territories no longer are disputed or going to be potentially part of a Palestinian state. These are now formally a part of the state of Israel. But essentially, what it does, it kills the idea of a two-state solution under the Oslo paradigm. What's new is that Israel wants to apply legal annexation, or basically extend its sovereignty to those areas. But what we're saying is that Israel already does that in reality.
Something that you wrote about how if you ask someone in the Jordan Valley, they'll have told you that they thought they were annexed a long time ago.
Israel controls every inch of the land between the river and the sea. I'm from Jericho, and I can barely go, 10, 15 kilometers from Jericho in any direction without encountering Israeli-controlled land in the Jordan Valley. And that's Israeli farms, or that's the entire territory around the Dead Sea. And it's very stark. And similarly, you have a lot of Palestinians in the Jordan Valley who their livelihood depends on agriculture and farming. And so Israeli settlements have taken all the farming land, built Israeli farms, settlement farms, illegal farms. They go to the water sources in the Jordan Valley. They develop a pump. They divert all the water to those settlement farms. At the moment, the social contract that is between us and the Israeli regime is that of apartheid. And so that's not the system that we want to live under. It's the system that my grandfather grew up under, the system my father grew up under. And so we want a new social contract. Everything that's happened in the last 2-3 weeks, the amount of killing that's happening, annexation, the lack of the world moving to prevent these things or hold Israel accountable, stirs a lot of anger and frustration in us as young Palestinians. Like, this is the only reality we've known, right? Every institution that we grew up under has lied to us, has oppressed us, or has taken our lives. And we're so fed up. And there shouldn't be a people anywhere around the world in 2020 that is not free or doesn't have basic human rights.